Hello, good evening, brothers and sisters. The reason I'm looking very intelligent is I'm going to review this book. It's a big, thick book, no pictures in, which I was disappointed at because you know how much I like looking at pictures. Okay, now I've had a quick chance to glance through it, and it seems to go through a lot of stuff in a lot of detail, an awful lot of detail. It covers everything. So if I wanted to read up on Bragi, there you go, Valkyries, it's there. Thor's fishing trip, where he went with Tia's father, I think it was. He went there, went fishing with Tia's father, all in there. So that, to me, is a very good book. Brother Jay had it, and I had to have it because, as you know, I like my books. And one of the reasons that I like my books is because I like different variations. Because some variations are better than the other. You know, translations aren't the same, which I've mentioned this a few times. So it's best to get from as many sources as you can, and then make an educated decision on what you believe. Some of them are completely different. Some of them I don't agree with. The Viking Myths one, it claims that Tyr's father, Tyr's one of the main gods, but it claims his mother and father were both giants. Now, it's the first time I'd heard that. So, I'm looking at that. I'm not disbelieving it straight away just because I don't agree with it. I'm going to look into it. Lots of detail, lots of detail. And it's the same as I was talking to someone the other day, and they come up with a fantastic idea about Ragnarok um, and the first man and woman. Um, and again, I had a little bit of look of that up, and I found it very Christianised by Snorri. Um, he he named the first man and woman that Odin created, and the initials of both names start with the same letter. So there's a big coincidence there. Um, there's a lot of coincidence with biblical stories and Snorri's work. And then when you look at the sagas, you find, especially with Beowulf, you look at Beowulf and you can see the original work there. And you had read Beowulf, you'll get a shock if you read it. It is so Christianized, and you can see where the Christian religion has been added to the poem. There's a lot where he says God and Jesus Christ and uh, heaven and stuff like that, and you can see it just doesn't fit it the way the story's put together. You can see it's been added to. It's very blatant. Read Beowulf, and you'll see that it's very much Christianized, which a lot of the Christians didn't. They took over the churches, and they made those all the old temples into their churches. Took all the old sites, mainly because they had the ash tree on, and built churches over them, knocked the temples down, built churches over them. It's the same with the stories. They got the stories, didn't destroy them, they just Christianized them, which to them, it's the way they do it, but it destroyed a lot of our history because it's made people doubt what's real and what's not real. Now, I find the more you read, the more you educate yourself. I don't disapprove of the people I can only name three gods. The point is, they know about the gods, they talk about the gods by, claiming they know 3 or something. I once seen a post that you can tell when you notice when you can name more than 5 gods, and that's stupid. There's one of my good friends on here that runs the Umerian tradition. He could probably name 300 off the top of his head. I'm nowhere near that. But, I identify with certain gods in different ways. And I don't think it's important to know the name so much as really more about them. Like the goddess of oaths, I've heard that it called Val or Vor. It doesn't matter which you call her. If you decide to call her Vor or call her Val, it doesn't make any difference. It's the same goddess. Just one of the handmaidens of, I think it's either Frigg or Freya, but that's besides the point. I'll have to read up on that now. I don't even know that myself. But it's all about educating yourself. People call us heathens, which we are, but heathens is normally a word. Well, the Romans used that word to describe anyone that wasn't Roman. So when people say heathen, they tend to think, a bit slow, a bit backward, not well read. But most heathens I know, the most educated people I know, they study. Now I've got, I'm not the most intelligent person in the world. As you've probably heard, is read my stories, and I've got a very difficult task in remembering names. But I still like to try and learn as much as I can. And if you haven't got, if you're not one for education and stuff like that, learning about stuff, tell stories, read stories. Audio disc, I've just lent Brother Jamie audio disc of the whole meaning of life and stuff like that, with Northern Myths. And it's good just to sit back and listen to that type of stuff. So if you're not one of these people that can sit down and read for hours, get an audio book. Fall asleep listening to it. That's what I do. Do that most nights. It's what keeps us be educated. But again, read as much as you can. Educate yourself as much as you can. It's our way. And I'm not just all about the faith, I'm all about educate yourself in skills, whether that's technology, electronics and satellites and all that type of stuff, or whether it's mathematics. You could study mathematics, you could study childbirth, you could study to be a nurse, you could study to be a solicitor. The whole point is study. Your mind goes stale if you don't educate yourself. Okay, I've rabbited it on more than enough because I'm going to have a nice cup of coffee, sit and watch the beautiful outside here. It's a bit cold, but never mind. I'm going to read my book. Okay then, hail the gods, hail Tia, hail Air, hail the Old Father. Stay safe everyone. Toodles. Cheers. Skål.